Hello everyone. This video is in correlation with one I did a few weeks back regarding getting maximum growth on guppies with food. Different foods and techniques you can use with feeding to improve your size. This video is going to be things that you can do to improve your size of your fish with other methods that could be used. So with that, we'll get right into it. This is, there's many things that you're about to learn here that a lot of people don't think about or haven't had enough time around guppies or been doing it long enough to realize that this is a problem, or just don't have the knowledge. So I'm hoping to share some of that with you today. The first big tip that I have is to not keep too many females with your males. Females tend to eat a lot quicker than males, and they will oftentimes get most of the food themselves before the males are fully grown, or full, if you will. They can also release a hormone that will stunt the growth of your males. Personally, around 2 months of age or so, I will get down to no more than 2 females in a tank of males when I'm looking to grow up. That's the point in time that I recommend that happen, that you're sexing out your males from your females to maximize that growth out of your males, for one, and then B, it gives you virgin females to be able to select and breed which male you're letting pass down their genes. And when I'm saying separate, I mean in a complete different tank, usually not just in a hang over the tank trap, if you will. The trap's just going to take room away from your males to grow, which is going to be a point I'm going to get into. And also, it's not going to stop the hormones from those females getting released into the water. So yes, they may not get to the food, but you were really not doing much justice in other ways by putting them in a breeder trap inside the same tank. So you definitely want to put them in their own tank. The only time that I will do more than 2 females in a tank is in my breeder tanks with my select males, but in doing so I'm sacrificing size of those males, and usually too, from being bred in close quarters, the females get pestered all the time. They get ornery and will nip at the tails of the males. So a lot of my very best fish never make it to the show bench because of a combination of reduced size from being with too many females and then getting beat up by the females. But it's a sacrifice you got to make if you want your next generation to be a higher percentage of got a bug flying around in here. If you want it to be a higher percentage of high quality males. So at around that 2 months of age mark, you want to go ahead and cut down the 2 females in with your growing males if you want to maximize the growth of your males. A lot of your females, though, will get biggest by being hit and being bred. They just seem to grow some size that way. So it really depends on what you're looking to do. But if you really want the maximized size of your males, you're going to want to cut down on that. Number 2 is genetics. Some lines just genetically, no matter what you can do, if you don't outcross them to change their genetics, they're just not going to get big. And I think a lot of people will automatically go to this first and thinking that that's their problem, and I'm just going to outcross to help open up my gene pool and get my size up, but that's not necessarily the case. When I bring something into the fish room, usually it takes me 2 or 3 generations of doing everything right that I know from my expert experience and years of doing this. But it takes me 2 or 3 years to use 2 or 3 generations to really start getting that size up to where it would be. Generational of not doing everything proper can reduce the size of your fish. So once they get exposed to the right environment, sometimes they just start getting bigger and getting to the point that you want them. But then there's those fish that just had that happen to them for too long, or they've been inbred for countless generations, that they're small fish. They need to be outcrossed to something unrelated to take care of the issue. Number 3, water changes. You will notice the more water changes you do, the growth on the fish right after the water changes for the next 2 to 3 days is noticeable by eye. It's that critical of something to do to really gain the size that most of us want in our guppies. Ideally, I think 50% twice a week would be best. Personally, with what I currently have set up here, I do about 30-35% water change about 5 times a week. It was on 4 and I was just bumped it up to 5 with my automatic system. That is ideal, and it will do drastic things to increase the size of your fish. So those are the 3 big points, and I guess there's more than just 3 tips within those 3 tips that you can be doing to increase the size of your fish without having to worry about, you know, what you're feeding. Although that's very important, probably the most important. But these are some added tips that you can help, and I hope it helps you out. Always got a lot going on in the fish room. Got a lot. If it's something maybe interest you, you see in one of my videos, one of my strains, you can get a hold of me at qualityguppies@yahoo.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me. You can message me through Facebook. I am on YouTube, but I usually don't look at a lot of the comments. So getting a hold of me on Facebook or on YouTube just by putting a comment in isn't the best. If you really want to get a quick response, get a hold of me through qualityguppies@yahoo.com. I do recommend, if you're in the Great Lakes region, we have a wonderful IFGA club that I've been a part of for years, the Michigan Guppy Breeders right here. If you'd like more information on them when we meet in our meetings, I did do a video on it, but you can go ahead and also email me, and then I can forward your information off regarding that to our secretary, and we can get you full up with a bunch of information. It's free to come to your first couple of meetings. You can come as a guest. If you wish to join, it's $10 a year. That'll be paid. I'll let the secretary handle all of that and getting you to the treasurer if you wish to become a member even before you came to a meeting. We also do Zoom meetings. Our meetings usually consist of a potluck meal at the beginning, a business meeting followed by a program, and then we all sit around and just talk guppies for a while. But anyways, I hope that these tips you found in this video help you, and happy fish keeping.